Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jailbreak trading series, and today I am going to be trading the JB8. Now this is honestly one of my favorite looking vehicles in the game. It's got such a nice look to it. I've got to say it still looks very nice in the game, and since the last time I've reviewed it, I think it actually got a few minor changes to how the vehicle performs. It feels a little bit faster since the last time I used it, and that is definitely a good thing because this vehicle needs all the performance it can get, and as you can see, it goes around 180 more consistently now, and that is honestly really good. And also its handling is very nice, so you're able to get much higher top speed with the JB8 now, and the turning is still going to be just as good as it once was. And also this vehicle is a 3-seater, so that's actually pretty unique. The only other vehicle that I can think of that actually has that is the Airtail, which is pretty interesting. So as you can see, if I actually get out of the vehicle over here, it has a seat in the back, which I think is really nice that you can have an extra player in here. That is definitely something not a lot of other supercars have. Besides that, the vehicle itself is not going to be on par with some of the other supercars in the game, but it's definitely much better than it was on release. Like, without the engine upgrade as well, I think this supercar was only going 140 miles per hour, and when you compare it to the Lamborghini that goes 168 miles per hour, yeah, that is definitely really far off. And that being said, this also used to be an OG season 3 reward, so that being said, this was really surprising when it released, and a lot of players were really mad that it was a really slow vehicle. But I'm very fortunate that the JB8 has finally gotten some much needed buffs, and it goes 180 much more consistently now. So that being said, if you don't own the vehicle right now and you're looking to collect it, then this is your best chance to get it right now, because seriously, the JB8 is probably going to start going up pretty soon, and that is to do with probably the recent buffs making this vehicle a little bit more desirable. And what on earth is that? The semi truck just exploded. Wow, where did the trailer go? I have no words. That semi-truck just exploded. But besides that, now if you want to get yourself a JB8 for collecting, I feel now is your best chance. I don't really see a lot of players with the JB8 anymore, and it's probably a good idea to collect one before they go really rare. So that being said, let's see what players offer for the JB8. Alright, we're just going to be sending a bunch of players offers, and we got Blockhead Gaming, so let's see what they offer for the JB8. This guy's offering the 2 Lamborghinis, which, speaking of that, I recognize them from yesterday's video where they traded 2 Lamborghinis for a seltzer as well. So obviously don't trade this for obtainables. That is kind of on me for trading with that player again. Let's see what Pyro has to offer for the JB8. There we go. He is offering the Tank, Pixel, and Hyper Red level 1. Now here's my issue with this trade. The Hyper Red has a very high trading filter value, which makes the trades really unbalanced, and as you can see, you're not really getting a lot from this trade, and I would avoid doing trades with Hyperchromes if you were trading away the JB8, because it really just unbalances trades. Now if you're looking into buying a JB8, maybe it would be worthwhile to do, because then you would have to add less. But for the person selling the JB8, they do not want to see Hyper Reds. Don't put Hyper Reds because it makes the trade unbalanced, and quite honestly, if it's a higher level Hyper Red, then that's the only trade I would consider, but definitely not a level 1. The level 1s are not worth it, and they barely go for anything. Now seriously, if you've traded a Hyper level 1 standalone, then you know how bad it is trading it, so definitely do not accept trades like this. Alright, we've got another player over here, and he's actually a fan. So today I am trading the JB8, so I'm gonna say hello, nice to meet you. But that being said, he did just save the decline before I could offer a free save, but that is honestly fine. Here, let's see what another player has to offer for the JB8. Alright, we've got this player over here, and we're gonna be throwing in the JB8 as well, and he actually has the Torpedo, which I'm not really interested in. Just look at the name. It's an alternate account, and it is 49 times traded, so definitely don't trade for torpedoes that are duped, because you're not gonna really get much resale value out of them. And quite honestly, yeah, I could really offer the JB8 and Proto 8 for this one, but yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that either way. So obviously I did not do that trade for the dupe torpedo. No joke, that guy wanted an Arachnid, Beam, JB, and Celsius, and I think that is absolutely absurd for a dupe torpedo. I mean, you could check that name, everything matches up. It's literally an alternate account and a 49 times traded torpedo. You can't make that up. I'm concerned about the resale value of my vehicles, and you guys should also be, because if you trade for a dupe torpedo, then you're likely never going to get back the stuff you traded for it, and so that is exactly why I declined that trade. Alright, let's see what other players offered for the JB8. There we go. We've got another player over here, and we're going to be throwing in the JB8. So they have the Protoway, Airtail, and Escape Bot. Now the Protoway is actually fairly decent for the JB8, but that being said, a lot of people are getting it right now, and I've already had it for like the past 3 weeks, so I don't think it's very good to trade for it just because the Protoway's value isn't stable. Now if you have a Protoway right now and you want to get the most out of it, I would consider getting rid of it. But as you can see here, yeah, this guy even said it himself. He's actually saying that he traded the JB8 for the Protoway, and let's actually throw in my own Protoway just to show I actually already have it. So I'm probably not going to be able to do this trade because everything else isn't really that valuable here. Wait, what? He wants over 15 million for a Protoway, and then when you look at his other ads, he literally only has an Airtail and an Escape Bot. So he wants the JB and M12, and he's only giving me a Protoway, Airtail, and Escape Bot. That is absolutely terrible. That's the biggest ripoff if you're trading for the Protoway. Yeah, its value has gone down now, so you're not going to be getting Bruleys for it. And pretty much, yeah, in this instance, this guy wants me to throw in the JB, which is worth 10 million, and he wants an M12 ad, so that is absolutely ridiculous. Oh, he removed something? Is he going to add in something else? Yeah, I'm not going to be doing this trade anytime soon. He just threw in the Retro Racer Rim, so I'm just going to have to back out of this trade. Well, that being said, unfortunately, that was not the best trade for the JB. I know this vehicle does struggle to get trades, and part of that is because it is rare, but it's also not the highest demand vehicle. So something like the Bruley, everyone's going to own it, and it's also going to have a pretty justifiable 10 million value. But something like the JB8, which is significantly slower than the Bruley, it really only has a place as a collector's vehicle, and that really shows when trading it, because people that are actively collecting the JB8, yeah, they will trade for the JB8 any day. But most of the other players, they know it's not the fastest vehicle, and they're just probably going to ignore it or going to send lowball offers. I mean, that last trade is a pretty good example of that, because he wanted me to give the JB8 and M12 for just a Protoway. That makes no sense. And keep in mind, this video is recorded on March 14th, so this video is going to go live in like 3 days from now. And yeah, the Protoway's value is definitely nowhere near as close, and we've only got like 20 days left in the season or something, so definitely do not do trades like that, because you're just not going to get anything out of them. If you're trading the JB8, just go for 10 million worth of value. I think that's pretty reasonable. So for instance, like if you want to get yourself a much better vehicle, consider getting this vehicle and then a few ads to add for a BeigeNet. I feel that would be pretty reasonable. Or if you want to downgrade, consider getting like 2 M12s, and you might have to throw in a little bit of an ad to balance out the trade, since the other player is going to be adding in 2 M12s. But that being said, I think this is still a very good vehicle, and it definitely still has its place in trading. It just kind of depends on the players you were trading with, and as long as you avoid absolute scams, then you should be really good to go with this vehicle. And that being said, I hope you were able to take away what the JB8 is worth today. Now, is it the absolute best vehicle to trade for? No, you can probably live without it, but it is still a very nice vehicle to collect, and I think it's got some numerous quality of life improvements that definitely make it a much more viable vehicle, although it is still not going to compete anywhere close with the concept. I think the concept is going to run circles over the JB8. But that being said, if you still want to get started into trading, it is definitely a really good first limited to get for a reasonable price. There's no reason why you wouldn't trade for the JB8. And that being said, I hope you were able to take away what the JB8 trades for. Now, if you want to see some more jailbreak trading videos, then there is a playlist in the description below. And if you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you liked the video, make sure to like. But anyways, guys, I'll see you in the next video.